Hey everybody, I hope you're having a good day today. I wanted to address this Brandon kid from this Ultimate Self-Defense thing. He comes on TikTok a lot, putting on these videos of him breaking these fake boards, and which I got nothing against the fake boards except for after a few times they get weak. They don't break like real boards anymore. It's only the first few times that they actually break like a real board where it's hard. Okay. I break real boards. I gotta get some before I can show you again. But I got video on my YouTube channel of me breaking boards and holding them for other people. Anyways, I'm gonna do an example of something he did, which I called a hillbilly haymaker because he called it a palm strike. And I'm gonna do it on Bob. But yeah, he called it a palm strike, and wait till you see it. It's like a hillbilly haymaker. Okay. Now we'll say the boards were right about at this level. He did have some guy holding them for him, and he went like this. Okay, I'm gonna demonstrate this palm strike. And then he went back like this, and then he went all of his body weight into it. Now, don't get me wrong, that's a devastating strike. Here's the problem with it. Guy moves out of the way, you're vulnerable and off balance because you threw all your body weight into it and everything else. Now, here's the proper way to do a devastating palm strike. Okay? Are you watching? One, you don't step way back here and palm strike and leap into it, throwing all your body weight. You get up to the guy, your feet 90 degrees planted. You don't move backwards or forwards. You put your hand right here, and then you drive your hip. Bam! That's a palm strike. Now, whether you could have broken those plastic boards, yeah, you could have broken those. A real board, it takes lots of practice. I can do it. It's basically Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch, only with the palm. Okay? This is a regular palm strike. Okay? This is a palm strike with the hip. See? And Bob is full. I just wanted to point that out because, you know, he got all mad. He was like, well, what if you were on the other end of this? Here's the thing about that Brandon kid from Ultimate Self-Defense. I think he's maybe late 20s, early 30s. I'd be surprised if he was middle 30s, okay? When I first saw him on TikTok, I offered him a chance because it was getting just before my 54th birthday. It was in July. And I said, okay, you know, I would love to spar you. And he said, oh, because he kept on talking about all these street fighting moves and kills. I mean, he's literally telling people how to kill people and talking like he's a master and saying it's from, he learned it from this Chinese guy on some, I don't know, all kinds of weird, like philosophical kind of, like he was reading a book or something, or maybe living a story in a hentai, some shit, you know, or maybe doing some kind of cosplay thing. But anyway, he's always demonstrating, oh, punch him in the throat and do this and do this. And I'm like, after you punch the guy in the throat, trust me, unless he's really super strong, he's going to be choking to death on his own blood, especially if you hit him with 7 pounds of pressure. That's all it takes. 7 pounds of pressure. Bam! Punch him with one knuckle right in the throat. Yeah, you're right. But why are you doing that to people? And, you know, if you're going to be teaching people online, you shouldn't be teaching people how to kill. Now, I'm not saying that some of the techniques that I do, like the hand knives to the throat and punches to the throat and everything else, are not killer moves. But usually when I do that stuff, I'm not explaining it to them that I'm doing it. I'm just going, watch me wildfire on Bob. And I don't tell them what I just did to him. I just broke his fucking collarbone. Bam! You know, I cracked his jaw. Bam! I broke his jaw again. Boom! I broke his nose. Ooh, I poked his eyes out. You know what I mean? It's rather obvious to the obvious martial artist what I've done. And to people who are just watching, they don't know how to do it anyways. They're just watching going, damn, I wish I could do that. It just makes me angry that, you know, oh yeah, anyways, he told me I should be on the receiving end of that. I wouldn't be feeling that way. Like I said, vulnerable and off balance. If you miss, number two, I'm an experienced martial artist. I'm not going to let you go way back like this and not see it come. The minute you went way back like this, I knew something big was coming. Something extravagant that would make you fall vulnerable and off balance. You want to be up close and personal to your opponent. You want to be this close and bam. You see what I'm saying? If you're this far away, then you're within kicking range. You're not within punching range. You see what I'm saying? And this is usually where people face off, this close. Because one step in, boom, you can punch. Or you can kick. Okay? And then there's the telegraph thing. I don't know. This kid just really annoys the crap out of me because he acts like he's some kind of badass and wants to challenge me. But I told him, come to my house on my birthday. I told him, Corning, New York, come to see me. And he said, okay, we'll street fight. My birthday rolled by in July. It's what? Almost October now. No Brandon. As a matter of fact, I've had 2 more challenges from him. Well, one of them over that video I was just complaining about. And no contest. Where are you, Brandon? Ultimate self-defense. For one thing, I want to prove to everybody what he's doing is not ultimate self-defense. Sure, he says he's blocking that first punch, but bottom line, he's not even being a nice guy about it. He's like, oh, the minute I block that first rule of martial arts, if you're a real martial artist, is to subdue the opponent with as little pain to yourself and others as possible, including your opponent. That's what the true objective of martial arts and self-defense is. Subdue your opponent with as little pain as possible to either one of you and anybody around you. So, yeah, some people don't understand that, I guess. My girlfriend messaged me, so I gotta go. Have a nice day, everybody.